'Twas the fight before Christmas, and all through the house, formaldehyde and dope met up for a joust. They came with their boys. Some cheered, some jeered, but after the smoke was settled, no winner was clear. The video dropped, and there was more confusion. Even in this review, tough to decide who was losing. So let's get to the battle. Oh, Truthit is here. On with the review from the land of Premiere. Truthit, 5 o'clock shadow battle review, and the battle I have to review today is Mr. Hyde, aka Formaldehyde, versus Dope. This battle gets a 3.5 out of 5 flames, and this battle had a little bit of everything. There was some talking.
Congratulations, Hyde. You've won Imposter of the Year.
Talk to him! There were some punches, and there were some controversial moments. If you think one was way better than the other in this battle, you're biased. This was a good competitive battle that was hard to judge objectively. But your boy Truthit is here to do just that. For review purposes, I'm going to jump to round 2. Round 2 on Mr. Hyde. One shot out the 40 Glock will take something off his top like the barbershop. No time to lollygag. What you talk about mummies for? Get in the body bag. The 357 got 6 points like witchcraft. Bang! Hood Illuminati, I'm godly with the words. This a homie, look, I brought you a body to the purge. For telling Bronx tales, I'll put 2 in his man's hat and leave him dead in a brook inland where nobody will find him. Brook inland, Brooklyn.
Oh! Talk that shit! I love it!
Let me just say, his slogan, when he says, I see you brought your squad with you, you should have brought God with you, he should cut it and just leave his slogan at that. But when he says you're going to die in another state, they're going to have to call your mom and your broad to come get you, it just doesn't work, man. Round 2 on Dope. Hiding the body's easier because he got army fatigues. Bang! When he said that, I was like, ooh, it's about to go down. And then there was a choke. Now the choke was really bad, there's no way around it. It took him about 40-45 seconds to get back into his round. Unfortunately, it did cost him the round. 9 times out of 10, when someone chokes that bad, they forfeit the round. It's just one of the unspoken rules of battle rap. The only time I've ever seen someone given a round that they choked in was Loaded Lux versus Calico. And the thing about it is if he didn't choke, I might have given him that round. But he did choke. So Mr. Hyde gets round 2. Round 3 on Mr. Hyde. I'll put it to his head and put ish in it like I'm lying to him. Beat his head with the back of the silver and make it Gorilla Glue. Thank Google Maps, location, addresses, and directions he's given up.
Oh! Talk that shit! I love it!
Put something in his gut that'll break all the way up like his zipper stuck.
Can he do that? Can he do that? No, stop it. Can he do that?
Mr. Hyde's third round was good. Round 3 on Dope. Dope started talking about Mr. Hyde's age and how he's done nothing with his life, and it hit hard. What a pathetic existence when your views are your biggest accomplishment. His 4Ks for filming, their 4Ks for killing. There's a change in the regime, but either way, these 4Ks were for making a scene.
Can he do that? Can he do that? No, stop it. Can he do that?
Mr. Keep It Real couldn't sell his image to Premiere. F a 4K camera, get a 401k. Bang! If you in any way thought Mr. Hyde won the third round, you are either a close relative or a best friend of Mr. Hyde. So we have round 2 going to Mr. Hyde, and we have round 3 going to Dope. It all comes down to the first round. And this was the closest round of the entire battle. Round 1 on Mr. Hyde. Just know it's not an intervention when I show up to Dope's house with extended family.
Bang!
Put the pump to Dope's nose like a Narcan shot. One shot could put a dinosaur down from a methadone mile.
Oh! Talk that shit! I love it!
Bullets out the 9 clip make the kid eat lead like paint chips.
Oh my God! What's that?
There were a couple questionable bars though. Tell him I'll Ku Klux him, my clan got 3 Ks.
No! Hell no! No!
How do you Ku Klux somebody? But what was fire was, I got the answer for that 2 times 2 when I provide the 4. The Desert Eagle got the wingspan of a condor. Mr. Hyde's first round was fire. First round on Dope. I ain't old school dancing when I'm swinging with the arms. That ish real corny, that's just how we view it. Cause real G's only Millie rock when the blunt's canoeing. The illusion bars were meh. I get what he was trying to do, they just didn't really hit in the first round. You sold a drug that made people party and have a lot to say. I'm a substance that kills organs from within as they rot away.
Did he do that? Did he do that? No, stop it. Did he do that? Listen.
Formaldehyde is what they brought to chill. Dope is what they brought the government to kill.
Did he do that? Did he do that? No, stop it. Did he do that? Listen.
0 to 1, he catch the 50, he just died in his zip code.
Bang.
And that was round 1. So who did I have? I watched this battle more than 5 times and picking the winner was tough. But gun to my head, if I had to pick a winner, and there was no way I call it a tie because that's honestly what I was leaning towards, calling it a tie. If I had to pick a victor in this battle, I would go with Dope 2-1. But it was a very close battle. I don't think there was a loser in this battle, honestly. Mr. Hyde came with 3 rounds and he was in his bag. But here's the difference. Mr. Hyde's bars, they were catered towards anybody. A lot of his bars that he said could have been used for anybody standing in front of him. Not all, but some. I think Dope wrote specifically for Mr. Hyde. Dope stuff was written with Mr. Hyde in mind. More. So I had Dope winning the battle 2-1 in a very close, hotly contested battle. It's your boy Truthit. Shoutouts to Premier Rap Battle League. Shoutouts to Dope. Shoutouts to Mr. Hyde. It's your boy Truthit. Make sure you thumbs up and like this video. I know some of y'all going thumbs down because I know a lot of y'all thought Mr. Hyde won. It's your boy Truthit.